Efforts are underway to clean up a once popular lake.
For much of the summer, Lake Mitchell is closed to swimmers. Algae blooms create high levels of toxins, but the city has a plan to clean up the lake and restore it to its former glory.
Tom Hansen shows us what city leaders envision for the future in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND.
Lake Mitchell is a beautiful lake. Once used as the city's water source, it is now just a recreation lake. Back in the 60s and 70s, the lake was full of boaters and swimmers. But you won't find much recreation going on nowadays. And that's why Mitchell Mayor Bob Everson has made it his mission to find a way to restore the lake to its former glory. You grew up here. What's it like for you to see this lake shut down and nobody out here enjoying it?
Oh, you know, this used to be busy all the time, particularly the 4th of July. It you know, kind of hurts a little bit not to see people using the lake like they used to.
That's because at times the water can be dangerous for people. On this day, the shore on the west side of the lake has a lot of foam, which is commonly caused by too much phosphorus. This is a public beach. It's called Sandy Beach. My phone says it's 91 degrees out here. Yeah, it's a little windy, but before the algae and the toxins were here, this beach would have been busy, even on a weekday. The problem is phosphorus, nitrogen, and other chemicals from waste and fertilizer make their way into Firestill Creek, which runs from near Wessington Springs all the way to Lake Mitchell. Algae feeds on the nutrients and chokes the lake with plant life. The blue-green algae produces a toxin which can build up to dangerous levels. Now, the city tests the water every week during the summer and issues watches and warnings, often telling people to stay out of the water. Late in the summer, it can develop a smell from the decaying plant life. Now, the city has an ambitious plan, and Mayor Everson admits restoring Lake Mitchell will take money and time. City leaders have come up with a plan with 2 phases, and one won't work without the other. One phase involves dredging the lake and removing 1 million cubic yards of sediment contaminated with phosphorus. The cost of that, it's still being determined. The other phase, it's already underway. The city was able to purchase 360 acres of land that will help clean the water going into the lake. Okay, describe what's going to happen down here.
Okay, so we're at the Kelly property, which is west of Lake Mitchell, about a mile and a half. And what you're looking at is Firestill Creek as it starts to come into Lake Mitchell. We're going to create a wetland in this area, the low area here.
Starting as soon as next summer, they will dam up the water and flood the land with about 1 foot of water, essentially creating a slough full of cattails and other plants that will soak up the phosphorus and other harmful chemicals. Every year or two, they will drain the slough, cut and remove the cattails, which are full of the chemicals. Now, this means only water filtered by the wetlands will make its way into Lake Mitchell. The plan has the support of conservation groups like Ducks Unlimited, which is part of a group called the Friends of Firestill.
Wetlands are nature's kidneys, if you will. You know, they have the vegetation, they slow down water that's running downhill, captures sediments, any other impurities that are in the water, and help process those through natural biological processes.
Restoring Lake Mitchell is not only good for wildlife, it makes financial sense.
The more people that use the lake, the better our sales tax are. You know, we sell gas, beer, bait, fishing tackle, food, snacks, everything that people use to go out and enjoy a day on the lake, all equates back to sales tax that comes into the city.
The plan is in place. Now the challenge will be finding the money to carry it out. Mayor Everson says they're looking for state and federal funds and grants to help with the wetlands and the dredging, but it may take private funds to complete the project. In Mitchell, with Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Tom Hansen.
The plan for the future includes a sledding hill, biking trail, and a marina for people who want to keep their boats on the water all summer.
Spent a lot of time out at that lake when I was in college. Never looked like that. It was a lot better then.
It would be a big change for sure.
Yeah, I hope the plan comes through.